Hello, and thank you for tuning in. Roseward, Stampersdelight.com. Thank you for joining me today for the Paper Pumpkin and Alternatives, July 2022. Sending good thoughts. Grab your coffee, grab your tea, and come stamp with me. Okay, so if you'd like to place an order with me for July, here is my host code. Use that if your order is less than $150. Go to Stampersdelight.com and place your order. If you'd like to join my team, this month we have a special going on where you can get a nice planner. Actually, it's a great planner. Planner with all these inserts, stickers, slots. The pen is not included. 3 notebooks and a stamp set. That is all free with your starter kit, just for joining Stampin' Up! During celebration and my team. To join my team, just go to Stampersdelight.com and click on join. We would love to have you. Also, don't forget to check out Stampersdelightshop.com. That is where you can find some great stamping apparel, such as Christmas in July items. Dear Santa, all I want for Christmas is stamps. You can also find this great Christmas reusable present bag. And we have lots of mugs, one of which, of course, is the Christmas one. But we also have the grab your coffee, grab your tea. We also have crafty, classy, and a little bit sassy. So definitely check that out. Coming soon, I will be announcing my August online class. And also, don't forget, Donna Gray and I have the Christmas in July party going on this Sunday. It's not too late to join. With your $37 in the US, you will get some product goodies, but you don't need those in order to join. So you definitely want to click the link below and join that craft online party. We also have a monthly Sweet Licious Fun Fold Club. This month was Textured Chic Sweet, and there'll be another one announced soon for August. Okay, so let's get started. So for this month's Paper Pumpkin, it was Sending Good Thoughts. And of course, with this, you get this great stamp set, which you can't really see here because they're already mounted. Let's see if I can do it that way. So it's a great stamp set. You also receive an ink spot and twine, your dimensionals, and you can make these 3 cards. Now there's 9 cards, 3 of each. These instructions also give you a couple of alternatives and the colors, the coordinated colors. So let me show you those first. So keeping with the I'm just going to move this up a little bit so you can see better. Keeping with these, I always like to do at least one card as they show it. And here's the first one right there. And of course, wishing you all the best, sending good thoughts. That's what this is all about. So there's the first card. The next card is sending good thoughts. What I did, oh, I should show you this, is I added our sea glass, which I thought was a great addition to this Paper Pumpkin. So there's our sea glass, right? Worked so well. So I added that in. And here's the second one right here. And of course, there's the sea glass. And then the third one is right here. Can't wait to see you. Again, adding the sea glass. So if you have not done your Paper Pumpkin yet, or even if you have, you can add these embellishments if you have the sea glass. Let's take a look at some alternatives. So for this alternative, which basically was this one, I changed it. Instead of putting the sea grass there, I put the note in a bottle, sending good thoughts. So here's another idea for you. And some of these I did not stamp the inside just because I might want to write my own message. And again, there you see the sea glass. The next one I did, and you're going to love this one because it goes so well with our Bottled of Happiness bundle here. I didn't use the stamp set, but I did use the punch. I used the beads that go with this And I didn't bring those over here, but you'll see them. And of course, our little cups. These are in the annual catalog. Whoop, come on. So there you have that little bottle. How great is that, right? Okay, so what I did was I kept with the birds and everything and sending good thoughts, but instead I cut that out with the punch, added those beads so it looks like the note in a bottle. And there you have the sending good thoughts and the sea glass. Now, still shots will be on my blog later today at Stampersdelight.com, so you'll be able to check those out. I do post them on my Facebook pages too. Again, I left that blank. And of course, I stamped the envelope. So there's another alternative. And then for this one, I went the opposite way. And again, I put that note in the bottle. And it doesn't really matter whether the note is rolled up, which way it goes. But I did it just the opposite way, and I used wishing you all the best. So there's a couple of alternatives for you. So now I have a couple more pieces, and I'm just going to play around with this and see what we come up with. So the first one, I'm just going to leave this right here so I can see. Now I'm not using the ink spot. I use my larger one. So here's all the pieces. And again, there's what it looks like. I am going to actually change this. You could also cut these in half and use each side and get an extra card out of that. But I am just going to play around with this and see what I come up with. Okay, so this one, the waves are going this way, so we definitely want that. And here's the pieces. So let me bring in my mat so I can stamp. I don't want to stamp without my mat because they are photopolymer. Something on that one. Let me bring in a piece of paper here. I'm going to fold this. Okay, so let's start with the bottle. I really like putting that little note in the bottle, so that's what we're going to do. We are going to put that note right there. And then I'm going to use some twine. And I'm just going to cut a little piece of that. Around here. And I'm going to figure out how I want to make this here. I'm just eyeballing this, and I think what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to cut these. I just want to make a different kind of card. So this would layer right on top of here. I don't want to layer it yet, but I'm going to cut this out. I'm going to go about maybe 1 inch. 1 inch mark right there. Slice that right off. Okay, now I have that piece. Okay, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and glue this down. Right on top of here. This piece I'm going to actually glue down also. Right there, just have a little bit of that showing. And I'm going to add this to this piece right here. So we're going to go ahead and glue that right on the inside. You can leave a little white showing if you want. So now when you open it, it looks like this. This bottle's going to go right here. I can trim that off later. I'm going to put the bottle right there. I am going to glue the bottle down, but not the top. So I'm going to go ahead and just glue it like that. This does have to be trimmed a little bit. I don't want it that long. I'm going to bring in my pieces here. I'm going to add this right here. And this I am going to use dimensionals. Like I said, the dimensionals do come with the kit. Mine, however, are extras that I had. And the one for next month is the sunflowers. Everybody's contacting me about those. Yes, I think those should be a really great kit. Going to add that right there. We got that cute little seahorse. And I've already stamped this, wishing you all the best. So that's going to go up there. Again, I'm going to use dimensionals. Let's put that right there. The little seahorse and starfish. I'm going to stamp this with this stamp that looks like fishnet. And I'm going to add that right about here. You can have it hanging off. So let's grab a dimensional for that. And then I got this cute little seahorse. I'm going to put that right here. And then, of course, I have the insides. Wishing you all the best. And let's just see what sentiment. Thinking of you. And then inside here we have some little starfish. So I'll add those. So there's my first alternative. And then I'm going to add some sea glass. This one does not want to come off my finger. Let's just do this. Paper Pumpkin is a great kit that you get monthly. You subscribe, and you can do monthly. You can do 3 months. You can do 6, 9, or for the whole year. Right now, during celebration, if you join the Paper Pumpkin, I believe it's 3 months or 6 months, you also get Hostess rewards and celebration items. 3 months will get you a celebration item. 6 months, 9 months, a year will get you Hostess rewards also. And you can skip a month whenever you want, which is a great thing. And my link is below. You can see I'm just adding these to the bottom of my card. Maybe one more. There we go. And now I have some sea glass on there too. So there's my first alternative. I do want to stamp the envelope. Again, I'm going to use those starfish. And I have another alternative. Don't forget, still shots will be on my blog. There we go. All right, let's go to the next one and see what we're going to do with that. I also have some extra pieces. So I'm going to leave those out here in case I want to use those. Now this, of course, is when I cut that one bottle out. And this one is right here. So let's see what we've got with this one. Go ahead and fold that. This would lay right on top of there. This little bottle would go right here. I'm actually thinking doing something different here too. I don't know if I want to use this little bottle here. I think I'll wait on that. All right. I think for this one, I'll use this. And this, of course, is right here. Let's do it this way. I'll have that ship going here. All right. I'm not going to use that, I don't think, either. I think I'm just going to use this. So I'm going to go ahead with the ship. Remember, I just want to come up with different ideas. I'm going to go ahead and use the ship. Put it on here. I'm going to use this behind it. So I don't need that right now. So let's move that out of the way. I'm just going to use, and I love my dimensionals. Put that right there. And then I'm going to put the ship probably down here. I want a lot of that to show. So let's grab some dimensionals here. I wanted to use some of that twine and I forgot to put that on there. Let me just grab that. I can do that now. Just going to grab it right around here. Tie that in a knot. For this one, I am going to grab one of those little pieces, and this is going to say, "Can't wait to see you." They're sailing to see you. Okay, this is a very small stamp. Oh, I got it straight. Okay, we're going to put that right here. And tie that again. And because this is going right on top of here, I don't want it to go over my card. So I'm going to have it going up that way. I'm going to grab a mini dimensional and use that. So I'm just going to put one mini dimensional back here. Have that up there. So that's going to, when it lays on there, won't go over the card. Can't wait to see you. And again, bringing in the sea glass. I'm going to add some down here. They do tend to get away from me. Come on. I need a little more of my putty. There we go. That just wants to stay right there. I don't know why. I just got a couple more along the bottom here. And there's my sea glass. I'm going to add that right here. And then what I'm going to do, I'll use a starfish again for the inside. I'm not going to put a sentiment on the inside yet. I think I'm going to use one of those birds too. I'm going to put the bird right there. Again, I'm going to use my mini dimensionals for that. One will do the trick. And there I have another alternative. Okay, for the last one, let's bring out those pieces. We have the large bottle, and we have the birds. Now this one, I'm actually going to cut this in half. I'm going to make this into 2 cards, which I wasn't planning on doing, but I'm going to do now. So the first thing I'm going to do is cut this in half. And I'm going to cut this down to 4 inches because I'm going to layer it onto another piece of cardstock to 5 1/4. Now when I do that, that's going to be the same size as this. So I've got to cut this one down too. So this one is going to be 3 3/4 by 5. I'm going to bring in a piece of our basic white. And my bone folders right here. This is going to get layered onto here. Now for this one, I think I'm going to do something a little different. Why not? And layer that right on here. We'll put the base over there for now. Here comes the bottle with the ship. This would go right there, and I'm going to take a little bit of this twine. I was going to do something different, but I think I'll keep it this way. Cut that. I'm just going to pinch that right in the middle and take it off. Hold those ends together. I'm going to add a little glue right here. Whoop. First I got to lay that down, don't I? Let me just lay that down. Then I'm going to add a little glue right here. That's going to go right there. I'm going to grab this one, Sending Good Thoughts. I'm going to lay that right there. So it is very similar to this one, except for I cut it. I'm going to add some dimensionals here. I'm going to take the large bird. He's going to go right here. So I'm just going to glue like towards the bottom of his feet. And then the other birds, I'm going to put one here because I think I want to use the other one. And if I don't, then I'll just add it later. And then I'm going to layer that right on top of my card base. Whoop, can't read that. There we go. When you cut the cards in half and just add some base to it, you get more cards that way. I do that a lot. And I'm just going to add a few little pieces right here, just for a little embellishment. And I'll take the envelope that came with it. I'm going to use the seaweed this time. And there I have another alternative. Now with the pieces that I have left, which is this piece, I'm going to take another piece of very basic white. That, of course, is going to go right here. So I got to cut this one down to 4 by 5 1/4. Standard measurements. And then I'm going to use up all these pieces. I don't know how yet, but I'm going to use up all these pieces. So I have these two bottles which I think something like that would go nice. So let's see. I'm going to make a background, I think, on this one. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to stamp these light and dark. I'm going to come in with the seaweed and do the same thing. So now I have a background. Bring this piece in. And I'm going to stamp a little bit on this. Just give it some texture. I'm going to go ahead right here with that. I'm going to glue that down. I'm going to take this piece. Now, again, that piece was when I used my punch and punched that out. So I have this piece, so I don't want to waste it. So I'm going to use that right there. I'm going to glue that down. This one, I'm going to put the note in the bottle. I'm going to tie this. In a knot. I have 2 of these left. This one I'll save for another time. I'll use it for something else. This one I am going to stamp with Thinking of You. I'm going to go ahead and tie that right on there. And I'm just going to snip some of that off. So I still have some twine left. And I'm going to put this one right here. This one I'm going to bump up with dimensionals. Think about getting the paper pumpkin. It's great for kids too. Keeps them busy and crafting. I'm going to go ahead and grab a mini one. Or grandchildren. It's a great thing for you to do with your grandchildren. And once you subscribe, we also have refill kits for some of these. Okay. I'm going to put this bird on here. So let's use the bird. Put him right there so he looks like he's flying into that. Again, let's get some of that sea glass. Just put some of that around. And then I'm going to just add that to my card base. I actually think I want to add a little more sea glass over here. I just think it needs something over there. So we're going to add some sea glass here. Never have too many embellishments as far as I'm concerned. Okay. And again, I think I'll grab this piece this time. Now, I do need a regular envelope since I've used all my envelopes up. So let's just stamp that. And all I have left is one piece, which I can use for something else, and some twine. So look at all the great cards and alternatives that you can make with this paper pumpkin. Any paper pumpkin, actually. So here's all my cards. Again, still shots will be available on my blog, Stampersdelight.com. Check those out. one can go right there. And this one. And this one, I didn't even count how many I did. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so I did 10 cards. It comes with 9, but you could actually make more if you cut all those bases in half. I hope you enjoyed this segment of Paper Pumpkin and alternatives. And I found another piece I can use. I hope you'll subscribe to my YouTube channel, follow me on Facebook, leave me a comment, and give me a thumbs up. Until next time, keep on stamping, Stampers. Bye.